just premium peace of mind. Leadway Health HMO's coverage is so good, you too can experience peace. Life happens, but with Leadway Health HMO, peace of mind is always within reach. For 3 years running, we've been recognized as Nigeria's best HMO because when it comes to your health, we've truly got you covered. Leadway Health, health, wealth, and more.
Attention Lagos, Unusual Praise 2025 returns this December. Bigger, louder, and more spirit-filled than ever. Join thousands of believers and anointed ministers as we gather to give God an unusual soul-lifting praise. Get ready for an unforgettable night of worship with Chioma Jesus, Moses Bliss, Sumisola, Mr. M and Revelation, Chinyere Udoma, Sir Jude Nam, Adazaya, Bidemi, DJ Sax, and many more. Unusual Praise 2025 is happening live on Friday, December 12, 5 p.m. at the main bowl, Tafa Balewa Square, Onikon, Lagos. Come with your family, friends, and loved ones. The countdown is on. Get ready for an unusual time in God's presence.
Hey, see package. This is what I call full house.
Yes, sir. That's me.
Who's talking about you? I'm talking about this Peak Yogurt Drink Full House pack in your hand.
The Peak Yogurt Drink 1 liter Full House pack with more refreshment contains fresh cow milk. Share and enjoy full house goodness filled with essential vitamins and minerals. Peak. Reach for your peak.
Welcome to Nigeria Info, where the news sparks conversation.
The Miete Ala Cattle Breeders Association has condemned the sanctions against them.
They are finished. We're like a sour soup waiting for someone to warm up. To wake up to the House of Assembly. We have to wake up to the House of Assembly.
All this talk about voodoo is nonsense. If I had any authority, I'll fire
him. The football team is as bad as the economy of the country.
If you listen to both ends of the argument, whether it's the one where there is a genocide or the one where there's no genocide.
So ever since they have been saying they have been defeating and killing and the rest of them, it's like
what they are just interested in now is who is coming to their party, who is not coming to their party.
So what we call this one now, Chibok 3.0.
This is your space to listen, share, and be heard. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
We inform, we inspire, we ignite the conversation.
It's a worthy conversation to have.
People have been to the credit of the presidency of if they are releasing us.
Because the government is saying one thing, the people are saying a totally different thing.
When Nigeria issue has happened to them or their family, they will know that this is not.
Again, I don't think there is a perfect answer to this story.
We're discussing the EFCC and their war against corruption.
Let them work so that we will call the result.
Imagine that in 2026, we'll stop talking about corruption.
That their leaders say this is what you should do for them. Why can't you listen to me?
There is December, and then there's MTN Yellow Tide December. From streets to rooftops, the wave is hitting with massive surprises, juicy holiday bundles, giveaways, discounts, luxury experiences, and so much more. So whether you're based in Nigeria or you just got back, if you want to party, chill, watch movies, travel, and even for lovebirds getting married, Yellow Tide is here to turn up the vibe this season. The ginger will be unmatched. The vibe will be on point. The shutdown will be massive. No darling, don't miss the wave. Visit yellowtide.mtn.ng now to vibe with the Yellow Tide.
Guy, how far? You watch that game?
I did. Oh boy, that goal, eh? Hey.
Make I call you back. My time go soon finish. Sorry, I forget I get extra 3 minutes to talk.
I wonder why you hold a cut call. When na MTN better gist you dey use. Me, I still dey enjoy my free 2,100 airtime on top my new MTN SIM.
Yes, so get 3 minutes extra on MTN Better Gist. Text BG to 312 to collect your own awoof.
We lack safety culture.
They're telling us that Nigeria's rental market is spiraling.
You don't put personal interest above national interest.
There are things that are in this country that some people travel to come and learn, like my culture.
Oh, okay. The Independent National Electoral Commission has dismissed claims that Nigerians have lost confidence in the country's electoral system.
So Nigeria is exporting oil, and Nigeria is also importing petrol. How about that?
Well, what would have informed you rejecting an emergency case? That's what I'm saying. Gunshot wounds are emergency.
It's always more conversation on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Dailies today on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info, Lagos, top of the morning to you. Welcome to the second part of Dailies Today. I'm Sheriff Quadry.
And I'm Jimi Disu. Good morning.
You know, you can watch this show on Facebook and on YouTube. Nigeria Info 99.3 is how you can watch this show on Facebook and on YouTube. And let's know what you think about the stories that we have for you on the program. Feel free to drop your comment and also share. Please share the live feed as well. Let's begin with this story here. Page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper. Tinubu seized Benin Republic's airspace legally. Senate source.
Thank you very much,
Yes, sir.
Sheriff. When I heard that there was a coup in Benin Republic itself, I was shocked. I said, this thing is like a flood. When the flood is approaching, it's like, after Benin, who next? And I think that, at 9 o'clock, we'll take a thorough look at this and other issues around it. The story here is now talking about the legality or otherwise of what the president did by deploying troops. Both he deployed the Air Force and, I think, ground troops to Benin. And I think that the issue of whether it's legal or not will always be a subject of debate. I know that provisions are made if there is a real serious emergency for the president to to get something done and then seek approval later. But we'll leave that to analysts and lawyers to handle. There'll be so much fuss. My own reaction was that I think, as usual, the president was hasty. I don't like the optics of the name of the French president that keeps occurring. That the Francophone countries are trying to free themselves and liberate themselves from French influence. And it just happened that it was that same day that the French are offering troops and whatever for the problems that we had. And it was said that the Macron was seeking audience with the president and so on and so forth. And therefore, that makes one thing that Macron, the French also have some kind of influence in it. The lesson, though, is that I know that the president of Benin had just had his tenure extended to 7 years. I don't know if he was supposed to benefit from it. But all said and done, there must be something that is making all these countries that is pushing them to the brink to now have military governments, to have coups and so on and so forth. And that is what should concern the politicians. So we can say safely, that a coup is possible anywhere on the African continent in any of the countries. And some are more prone to others. We have an attempted coup that didn't succeed. It doesn't mean we won't have it again. We pray we don't. We might get to a point where we want to look at our democracy and ask ourselves whether coups, if they become successful, are illegal. Now, I'm being a bit naughty here, but because that's what I said to myself, because if the democracy that we say we are practicing has gotten to the levels it has gotten to in many of these countries, including ours, then maybe it's time to do a rethink and do something that accommodates other people. Who knows? But like I said, back to the story itself. There's another point I want to make quickly. It's okay now because the thing ended. Okay, Sheriff. Mm-hmm. It's okay now because we've succeeded so far in quelling it. What if it had stretched? Would we now be in a prolonged war in Benin Republic again, where we don't have enough troops and we don't have enough capacity to handle what is happening up north? The president needs to be careful. All these sudden and brazen things sometimes. He needs to sit back and take more time. That's my belief. But we'll have experts at 9 and we'll see what we make out of it.
Indeed. Let's go to our next story
You didn't
here.
say what you thought about it, though.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that yesterday on the program.
Yeah,
but I do think that leadership on the continent have failed the people. African leaders are very, very selfish. What the presidents are doing now is to amend their constitution to keep them in power. They extend their tenure, and then they amend the constitution to make sure that they can remain in power. They have used democracy as an excuse. So they say, it's democratic. We have amended the constitution. Now I can go as many times as possible. So they use democracy as a cover. And I ask the question, like, is democracy really for Africans?
Can I ask you a question? Mm-hmm. It's 3 in 1. One, do you think that currently our president might ask for an extension at some point in time? And do you think he might get it?
I wish I knew. I wish I could say that, I can see the future.
I use the word might. So might means it might not happen. But there's a possibility. Do you think there's a possibility?
I do not. I want to believe he wouldn't, but I wish I could see into the future and be confident enough to say
why
that
you are hesitant. Why you are hesitant is because, one, he could ask for an extension.
If
he asks for it, he will get it.
What I do know is that he's a through and through Democrat. I know that one. I do not think
that statement itself is about to be tested.
Yes.
Now that he is in the
yes, I think he's a true Democrat. I don't think that. I want to believe that he will not go that route.
No, because you see, what if you have all these constitutional reviews that people are clamoring for, and he might assign?
Yeah, they're going to start soon.
Well, what if you come up with something that says that the tenure of the president should be 7 years.
Single term.
A single term of 6 years, whatever. And he says, well, it will start from when he could do 6 years instead of 4. He could do 7 instead of 4.
It's the same thing I just said now. They use democracy as a cover.
I have fears that some of the things we are doing could lead Nigeria to that kind of situation. It could. Obasanjo was president for 8 years. We've never had a fear that Nigeria was going to be one-party state. Jonathan was we never had any fears that Nigeria. It's only now.
And that's scary.
It's scary. It's scary. So you can't be doing all these things and expect that there won't be some sort of reaction. So it's a warning to our political leaders.
Yes, it is.
That there is a limit to which you can push the country and push the people.
But my only hope is that they are listening, not just listening, they are taking the lessons from what is happening around us. Because we are not special. We should stop thinking that it can't happen here. We are not special people. We are Africans. We are suffering. We're going through it.
And that situation is not watertight.
It's not.
It's not watertight. It's not as if it can happen.
That's right.
It could jolly well happen. It might not happen in the way that we are used to. Okay? It might not happen, fellow Nigerians, that might not happen. But it might still happen. They say Oyinbo who did the pencil made the eraser. When he brought the typewriter, Oyinbo made Tipex.
Yes.
When they brought the computer, he made the
backspace.
Delete.
Let's go. I mean, lessons should be. Yeah.
Lessons should be learned.
Let's go to our next story here. This is an interesting one. We just had a chat about this story here before we came on air.
I wish I didn't have to do this one.
Yeah. Page 8 of the Vanguard newspaper. Stop singing. Give your speech. Remi Tinubu tells Governor Adlelke.
Yes, I really did wish that I didn't have to do this. But it's a job and I have to do it. And if I ruffle some feathers, I have no apology for ruffling feathers because truth has to be told. So it was the governor. It was at an event. The Oba was some of the activities for his 10th anniversary, and he gave the awarded or whatever it is the first lady some chieftaincy title. And anyway, long story short, the governor now had to come up to make his speech. And the first lady got up from her seat on the high table, went to where the governor was speaking, and told him to stop. Of course, what's his name, Adlelke. He was down, wanted to start his singing and whatever, and she told him to stop it. And when she turned her back and it appeared that the gentleman was being stubborn, she went back again. She went back again and told him again to stop it. But I don't know what happened after. The video wasn't didn't get to show us what happened thereafter. My reaction to this, I'm so sorry, but I'll have to be very blunt. My reaction to this is that there is enough blame to go around. And the first blame itself goes to the Oni of Ife. And I would respectfully ask elders in Yoruba land to have a closed-door discussion with Kabiyesi. I do not think, in my view, he's handling that position very well, with the respect that it deserves. I'll leave it at that. I don't think so. I think it's time somebody, instead of murmuring in the background, it's time somebody told him, elderly people locked him up somewhere, and his dad is still alive, and told him that, look, a lot of things that he does is not necessary. Second, the second set of people I'm going to blame are the presidency. You should not have allowed the First Lady go for such an event in these times. In these times that we are losing lives, in these times that the situation is so bad, Nigeria is virtually at war, is not a time for open merriment. As for what the First Lady did, I think that her constituency probably would. We are hoping that they will, but they might not be able to tell her that what she did was very wrong and against all forms of protocol. Not just because Adlelke is even a governor. Even if it had been me, let's say I was invited to come, simple me, I don't know anybody, I'm not a big man, anything. It would have been bad manners for somebody to come and tell me, stop. He could have slipped him a note. And besides, that was the job for the organizers of the event. So if anybody was even going to approach the governor to say, don't, it was the Oni who, like a colleague here, started it all by having that kind of event at these times. Then the blame also goes to Governor Adlelke. He has overdone this dancing bit. Let me be honest with you. You can do these things at campaigns. When you're doing your campaign, you can do your dancing and whatever. But he seems to have gone overboard. And yes, even I probably would feel irritated. What could the First Lady have done? She could have feigned an emergency, slipped a note to the Oni to say, I have to leave. There's a message from the well, nobody will question, nobody will ask. Okay? Or she could have sat it out. There are things that protocol demands. There are things that protocol demands are not just protocol. To be honest with you, it was just not right. They tried to play it, the supporters, of course, have hit the social media. They've tried to play it as it was banter between, what kind of banter at that kind of a ceremony? Banter what? And don't forget that the governor represents the people. It's not Adlelke that was standing there. It was the governor. So it's the people of Osun State that have been insulted. Their governor has been insulted. And we must tell ourselves some truths. There have been other occasions you see here and there, where unfortunately the First Lady has people have had to ask questions about certain things being said and so on and so forth. She is doing very well otherwise. But these little things, and I don't know whether it's anger management, but she needs to be told it must not happen again. And I hope that the president has been man enough to pick up his phone immediately after that event was brought to his attention and called the governor of Osun State and apologized to him. I hope so. There is something called optics in the things that we do. When you are in a particular position, it subsumes your personal. So that excuse of banter is completely irresponsible. When I saw one or two adults saying that in the social media, I was very angry. We know what is decent and we know what is not decent. We know what is decent. We know what the Sultan of Sokoto was there. So many dignitaries were there at the event. So the issue of it was some kind of banter should not have arisen. If it was a political rally of where you are very, very familiar, and to make it worse is that the governor is from another party. So I hope that the I haven't finished. I hope that lessons will be learned also. Then speaking after the confinement, the First Lady said that Nigeria's prosperity from next year would be unstoppable, despite the skepticism of some critics, and I'm one of them. But this is the reason. She says, by 2026, Nigeria will be in prosperity. Other Nigerians will come and borrow money from us. What about the money that we owe? Politicians. Those wondering how we will do it, we will show them. You better show us now. Let us look at critically at what you want to do. Because if you have a head of the family saying that I will have money next year, I will show them. You would think maybe he wants to go and do some money. But I also found this statement. I don't want to use the word embarrassing, but I think she could have said something else. That by 2026, Nigeria will be prosperity. Other countries will come and borrow money from us. Those wondering how we will do it, we will show them. I bet let's move to something else.
Okay. Let's go to something else. Here we go. So we have this story here as well. This story also broke in the weekend. 100 students released by terrorists handed over to Niger government. Vanguard.
Okay, very simply, the question I have asked, I'm sure you probably have heard it from somebody else too. You go, you tell us that 100 students have been released. You say you didn't pay ransom, but nobody has been arrested. You don't say there was any gunfire or anything. So what is really, really happening? I hope it is not that we are paying the way out for these people. Because if that is what is happening, then it's going to continue. It's definitely going to continue. But we are glad to hear that 100 students have been released by the terrorists and they've been handed over to the Niger government, United States government. But I would like a bit more explanation as to what. But if you cannot tell us, then we'll just keep quiet and know that this is a security matter, and we'll have an understanding. But I can tell you this: if money is exchanged in hand, then we just got started. It will become a business enterprise that would even involve people on the side of government. They will engineer it.
I asked a question one time about what options do. Okay, so the government has failed. Successive governments have failed in tackling this insecurity problem, especially these mass kidnapping issues. But what do we want them to do at this point when these people go kidnap students, girls, boys, even innocent villagers en masse? Would we prefer them to go all guns blazing and do what they have to do in order to dissuade other people from coming into the business or do this?
Okay, sorry, I seem to be rushing this because I'm looking at that. There are some things that you can do to prevent all this. But the one thing you don't do is to continuously pay ransom. Or else it becomes a commercial enterprise. And even your own people will engineer it. A lot of these kidnappings are engineered from within because it's seen as a racket, as a money-making venture. And there's enough money in these ransoms to go around.
So what should they have done instead of whatever? Let's assume that we're paying to get these people out.
What you had better be for security around the country in general.
So they can't do that. They have failed. So we still continue to have people being kidnapped.
So once that has happened, then subsequently,
obviously they have failed. They can't do that.
But they can start from somewhere. They can beef it up, can't they?
They have failed. They have this last one. The people were there. The security people were there only for them to leave 30 minutes before kidnap.
The issue of the person who told them to withdraw the troops, that question hasn't been answered.
Till now, till this moment.
Are you telling me that the commander who sent the troops there doesn't know who had the power? As we speak today, they don't know who has the power to withdraw the troops.
Are they telling us that they don't know who withdrew those troops?
We're in bigger trouble than we think. But because we're on radio, of course, we can't say a lot of things. And because I'm going to go on vacation, I want to enjoy my Christmas.
Me too. Me too. I want to.
No,
no Tubu. No Tubu. We'll go and enjoy our holiday. It does look our situation does look helpless, right?
It's a catch-22 situation. I can't say it's a catch-22 situation, and it's quite unfortunate. Do we have time?
Let's quickly go. Yes, we can take Healthwise Plus. Let's take Healthwise Plus.
Okay, very quickly. CS doesn't leave women with big tummies. The fact that a woman had CS, childbirth through CS doesn't mean she will have a big tummy. So have no fear about that. There's another story here. Why parents should prioritize kids' breakfast. This story says that it's important that you give your children breakfast in the morning. In fact, I think it's important for everybody to put something in the belly. Doctors need patients' consent before commencing treatment. Note that. They need the consent before commencing treatment. Out-of-pocket payments for healthcare pushing families into poverty. But what about somebody who passes out and you help take to the hospital and has passed out and there's no next of kin?
And there's nobody.
Who gives the consent?
Good question. I mean, it's one of the... because we have this big question mark as to how hospitals in Nigeria respond to emergencies. I mean, many thanks to HEI. There's an organization called HEI, Health Emergency Initiative, and what they have done is to partner hospitals that in case of emergencies, they can call them.
So everybody
to offset some bills.
Has to tie something in his pocket to say that in case I pass out, please call. So I'm putting you on notice now. The one that puts me
you are very covered. You cannot daku. You cannot daku. You are very covered. Lagos, we have to go now. Yeah, we really have to go. Thank you all for being a part of the show this morning. Let me mention this story here. FG engages airlines over spike in fares. But people are still flying. I saw one story yesterday that people are not flying anymore. I saw a crowd though. I don't know the airport that they went to, but I saw a crowd and the craft was filled up. So yeah, I don't know what that report was all about.
Do you think there's an inflow into Lagos already on this 30 December?
I sure do.
Feel anything?
I sure do think so. It might not have been as heavy as last year.
It won't be as heavy.
But I know personally about 3 people already. So yeah, I sure think so.
See you at 9.
We have to go, Lagos. That's our show. Thank you for being a part of it. You can rewatch the show again on Facebook, on our YouTube, on our page, on our channel, Nigeria Info 99.3 on Facebook, and Detail YouTube as well. Kofi makes a return with the Morning Crossfire. Stay with us, please.
Learn boss level gameplay on YouTube with MTN YouTube Buffet Bundle. Binge your favorite gameplays till you master every move. Enjoy play along clips with your faves and challenge runs like never before till you become the numero uno of gaming. See more, be more, spend less. Get over 4 hours of YouTube streaming for just 250 Naira or 10 hours for 600 Naira on the MTN YouTube Buffet Bundle. Dial *312*800# to start today and go make a difference.
there is December, and then there's MTN Yellow Tide December. From streets to rooftops, the wave is hitting with massive surprises, juicy holiday bundles, giveaways, discounts, luxury experiences, and so much more. So whether you're based in Nigeria or you just got back, if you want to party, chill, watch movies, travel, and even for lovebirds getting married, Yellow Tide is here to turn up the vibe this season. The ginger will be unmatched. The vibe will be on point. The shutdown will be massive. No darling, don't miss the wave. Visit yellowtide.mtn.ng now to vibe with the Yellow Tide.
With your opinions, in your voice. Join the conversation on Nigeria's first talk radio station.
It is the police and the law enforcement agents you have endangered.
What does this tell you as a Nigerian?
Go to court is part of the corrupt architectural structure. Somebody will see 100 billion and the court will ask the person to pay a fine. Even as a dead body, I will not go for them.
The conversation never stops on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. This is The Voice Note on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
It was why we sang and danced in the night, why we lit fires that burned through the night, why we chose a flag colored in freedom, for now we would be kings in this our kingdom. But our first head of state was Igbo, and the next, though a soldier, also Igbo. Then Angas ruled, followed by Hausa, and then came the turn of Yoruba. Then Hausa came back for a term cut short. When power was taken by an Hausa gunshot, then Gwari claimed his turn to rule, but a mandate stolen was his downfall. Then Kanuri came, and it's quite probable that he'll still be ruling if not for that apple. Then Yoruba returned not once but twice. Then Hausa returned but died in peace. Then they left us a while to worry and wonder. When it was over, Ijo had power, and after him came that titanic shift. And now we can see that Hausa is back, leaving me with this troublesome thought: where in all this is my own president? For where I was born is not where I'm from, and where I'm from is not my home. So when the tribes gather, I often wonder, who will I fight when you're both my brothers? Nobody asked when we were children, before we play, are you a Muslim? We shared a space that nobody claimed, but now you ask me to choose a side. When we were students, nobody asked if North and South could share a desk, if East and West could study together, but now you tell me that I'm a stranger. Stranger, yes, to these ways of thinking that tribe is everything. The Niger and Benue, they meet in my hand. I'm not an indigent, but this is my land. And this is my language, I speak nothing else. My home is here, I know nothing else. My tribe is my nation, I am nothing else, and this is my country. I have nowhere else. And so though people are quick to assure me, to tell me this country I live in is free, deep in my heart I know that freedom, my freedom, is yet to come, when no one will question my origin, when no one will call me a non-indigent, when no one will kill me because of my faith, when no one will cheat me because of my state, when my state will be wherever I live and will change whenever I choose to move. The day I find...
Enjoy creamy joy in every cup of tea with Kivo Creamer.
This is where it all connects, all in one place.
GPS OEK and Co. are suspended because they've been engaging in anti-party activities.
Did he not campaign for Labour Party in Lagos? It's just my pocket.
Withdrawing police details from VVIP people.
Tomorrow I will call so they need people to come and join military. I would allow.
The news, conversation, information, and discussion. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
It's 8 o'clock. The news update on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
That is at 8 on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Burkina Faso has granted Nigerian Air Force aircraft after it reportedly violated its airspace. The plane, a C-130 transport aircraft, was forced to land on Monday with 11 Nigerian soldiers aboard. The Confederation of Sahel States, or AES, labels the incident a breach of sovereignty and international aviation rules. Nigeria has yet to issue an official statement on this development. Here in Lagos, the Waterways Authority and Inland
Waterways Authority are joining forces to keep people safe on the waterways. With more people moving around in December, both agencies say they're increasing patrols. They're also carrying out joint safety checks on boats and monitoring weather conditions more closely. Passengers or crew members who appear intoxicated won't be allowed on board any boat this month. Everyone is required to wear a life jacket properly, follow crew instructions, and avoid boarding an overloaded boat.